Hey all, how is it going? So in front of you have Creality Ender 5, and I have decided to remod this thing as I could figure out that it had more space than it was initially designed for. I have removed the two aluminum guides that were sitting over here. Now you can see that the guides with the threaded rod are fastened directly to the outer bracket, and one of them was at the bottom. You can see it over here. One was at the top. So now you have more space. Also, the L bracket was shortened. It was cut over here. You can see that these two bolts were actually the previous locations. I think this one was over here, and it was actually going further somewhere around here, so it would stop the chassis. The top chassis would stop somewhere around here. So we had a lot of space being wasted. I have also removed the corners that were sitting on each side. Since we have a bolt here, we have side bolts, and on this side we also have side bolts and one going here. So the rigidity of the structure stays the same. Moving on to the next thing, which is the touch sensor over here. I haven't printed anything, as some have suggested in the comments on Facebook. I have just used a longer bolt over here and just made it through the touch sensor. Let me demo it, and you can see there is a touchdown on the sides of the chassis. Same goes for this thing. It now touches the sensor, and we can see that the 310 by 310 plate carborundum glass is actually sitting nicely. It fits in. The only thing is that the bottom is shorter. I have read that glass is kind of not good for thermal conductivity, but I'm figuring out if I put temperature a bit higher, and then it would actually heat uniformly. If not, I will probably search for a bigger bed, and I will need to fasten this thing somehow to join it to the aluminum bed, which is down. Now, on a side note, I would suggest that you use a very precise ruler for these guides, since I had some errors, minor errors, and I had to redo the whole thing while drilling. Basically, this rod needs to stay in between these two holes where the motor is fastened. So any bolt that goes even slightly to the right or left is going to fail you. Because I kind of underestimated this fact when I was drilling, but then I figured out that it has to be precise, so be very careful. And if you have laser or or very precise measuring instruments, then use it. Don't use your regular ruler, as I did, because this thing is very sensitive. If you drill it incorrectly, you will have hard time lifting the bed. So now it lifts easily, but just to be sure that it does. Now, I'm not sure where my progress from day 2 will go, because I'm still waiting for the nozzle with the heatsink, and I'm also waiting for the silent board to arrive. That's going to take a while. So up until next time.